Good, happy Wednesday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, Hassan declares victory. Ayotte concedes close race. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
But first, we have a look at another key race where the Granite State's sitting U.S. Senator has just conceded. Here are the final results showing Governor Maggie Hassan and incumbent Republican Kelly Ayotte both won 48% of the vote, but Hassan won by just 1,023 votes.
Challenger Maggie Hassan claimed victory earlier today, so let's go live to WMUR political reporter Adam Sexton in Concord with the breaking news now.
Yeah, Josh and Gene, this breaking just within the last 4 minutes or so as the Ayotte campaign released a statement saying, quote, "I just spoke with Governor Hassan to congratulate her on her election to serve in the U.S. Senate. I wish Governor Hassan, her husband Tom, and their children Ben and Meg the very best." She goes on to thank her family and her supporters and notes that this has been quite the election and quite the process. This was razor thin, as you mentioned, Josh and Gene, that 1,023 vote margin. That is less than 1/10 of a percentage point separating these two. More than 700,000 votes cast in this race. The Hassan campaign was out earlier today declaring victory. They said they thought they had the votes, and indeed they did by that razor-thin margin. Now flipping this Senate seat that was held by Kelly Ayotte for a single term, and before her by Senator Judd Gregg for 3 terms. Although the balance of power in the Senate does not shift, this is a key pickup for Democrats. And Governor Hassan is saying that she is willing to work with President-elect Donald Trump.
It will be my job in the United States Senate to make the best decisions for New Hampshire, to work with President-elect Trump when it is in the best interest of New Hampshire and the country, and to stand up to him when it isn't.
All right, so Governor Maggie Hassan is now Senator-elect Maggie Hassan. Just 6 years ago, she was swept from office in the Tea Party wave. That is the state Senate office that she held out of Exeter. Now she is Senator-elect to the U.S. Senate. Maggie Hassan, Kelly Ayotte conceding the Senate seat. She was held for a single term since she won election in 2010. Reporting live at the State House in Concord, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Markets rebound after drop from Trump's election. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Prior to the election, experts saw a Trump presidency as a threat to market stability, and shortly after he won, most indices dipped. But generally, any losses were short-lived as the markets rebounded and early losses quickly turned into gains. Many analysts cite the conciliatory tone of Trump's speech after he was declared the winner as one reason that the markets stabilized. Local financial expert Mark Hebert said he was surprised that the markets did such a quick turnaround on the news that Trump had defeated Clinton.
The predictions were that it would be down, that a Trump presidency would be bad for the market. I think people are taking more of a wait-and-see attitude, and that's going to be good for the country.
By the end of the day, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was up about 255 points. Hebert says his advice to investors is sit tight, especially if you're in it for the long haul. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Andy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
Okay, there you go on that report. What President-elect Donald Trump has pledged to do in his first 100 days. For months throughout his presidency campaign, Donald Trump laid out the major issues he would seek to address in his first 100 days as president. Now, in the aftermath of his surprise electoral victory over Democratic Hillary Clinton, his plans could become reality. Concrete design for a new Republican White House. After Hour Buzz, TWTR, TASR, Shack, and more. Twitter shares fell more than 3% after the company announced CEO Adam Bain decided to step down and explain opportunities outside the company. Obama faces sharp reproduction and a legacy nightmare. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
Yesterday, before votes were tallied, I shot a video that some of you may have seen in which I said to the American people, regardless of which side you were on in the election, regardless of whether your candidate won or lost, the sun would come up in the morning. And that is one bit of prognosticating that actually came true. The sun is up. And I know everybody had a long night. I did as well. I had a chance to talk to President-elect Trump last night, about 3:30 in the morning, I think it was, to congratulate him on winning the election. And I had a chance to invite him to come to the White House tomorrow to talk about making sure that there is a successful transition between our presidencies. Now, it is no secret that the president-elect and I have some pretty significant differences. But remember, 8 years ago, President Bush and I had some pretty significant differences. But President Bush's team could not have been more professional or more gracious in making sure we had a smooth transition so that we could hit the ground running. And one thing you realize quickly in this job is that the presidency and the vice presidency is bigger than any of us. So I have instructed my team to follow the example that President Bush's team set 8 years ago and work as hard as we can to make sure that this is a successful transition for the president-elect. Because we are now all rooting for his success in uniting and leading the country.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.